Live and on the air from the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park here in Detroit, Michigan. Today, we've got a matchup of playoff hopefuls in the same division between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. As the season winds down, a pennant race comes to a head. Two division rivals face off next. Joe Jimenez gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of the series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first-rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. The next 0-2 misses inside off the plate. Clear skies this afternoon. 84 degrees is our first pitch temperature. The 1-2 is taken high above the zone.
Gotta love the battle we're seeing right out of the gates in this game. That's 7 pitches now, and if this is any indication, we're in for a good contest here.
And it's fouled away. Another try at 2-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Castellanos is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. D-Row, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first 2 guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Oh, look at Harrison. Got him.
Good action on that one, and a good job to get down. in time to smother it. Still had to get up and make the throw, and of course, he did that too.
In now, Jose Ramirez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Top of the first, just underway here in Motown. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike three called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. Indians. Mike Clevenger starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs, guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they wanted to. Lead off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
He's set. Here it comes. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Clevenger has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact. Harrison gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. 0-1. Here it comes. On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
First two batters find a sweet spot, barrel up perfectly. These fans have to be excited. Middle of the order coming to the plate now. After those first two ABs, this could be a laser show.
Now at the plate, Nicholas Castellanos entering play. He's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here.
Well, he's right in the prime of his career, and clearly that is resulting in big things for him.
Back up the middle, barehanded for one to Santana to get the double play. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Josh Harrison do his thing. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
From the stretch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. A pause and the 0-2. This is line to left. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And that ends the inning. One left for Detroit. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. So now Carlos Santana will get us started in the top of the second.
Carlos Santana.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Santana makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And let's focus on former Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera. He's dabbled all over the diamond from outfield to third base and has seemed to have found a home at first base. Everybody who plays this game wants to get a knock, to get on first base, to just be able to pick his brain on how he goes about it.
And he fouls this one off. Oh, and 2, here it is. Weekly hit to third. And there's out number 2.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Devin Travis.
At the plate, Devin Travis. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fouled away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. We'll go to the bottom of this. At the plate, John Hicks. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First delivery to him on the way. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Past history with Mike Clevenger, a number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Stepping in, Nico Goodrum. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race. And that's through for a hit.
You know, Dero, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Here comes the first pitch. Check swing grounder to the right side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Striding in, Grayson Greenier. And he's really swinging a hot bat in the series, to say the least. 10 RBIs on 4 base hits. Line drive to center field. Naquin is there. Let's see if they try it. And they will not try anything here, so the bases remain loaded with 1 away.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And can we please focus on Francisco Lindor, one of my favorite players in the game? Let's check a few boxes. Charisma, check. Switch hitter, check. Cannon for an arm, check. Hit for power, check. Enough said.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Hicks at third, Goodrum on second, Stewart at first, 1 gone. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. A pause and the 0-2. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Third baseman,
so the bases are loaded here. 2 men gone, and the ever-versatile Josh Harrison digs in. Bat on its way. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. He swings and grounds it to short. Played on the backhand. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4.
Welcome back to Detroit, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Tigers this season. Entering the day, they rank in the upper echelon of several pitching categories, and that doesn't go unnoticed around the clubhouse. One of the position players told me, our pitching staff has a calming influence on the entire team. We know they're going to keep us in games, and flat out, they just get the job done, and that helps everyone play more relaxed and confident. It appears this group of pitchers is a real cornerstone of this ball club, guys.
Leading off.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Here's Leonis Martin. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
And the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Into the box now, Jordan Luplow. No one can make a play on this one, and the first Indians hit is going to be extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. First pitch coming. Here it is. Back up the middle. Mercer to his left. He's there in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Into the box, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Luplow stands at second with 2 gone. Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Indians leave 1. They're down 2-0. Settling in now, Nicholas Castellanos.
Leading up
As we move
for
on
the
to the
Tigers,
bottom of inning number
the
3.
right fielder,
Maybe getting a little
Nick
jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. Line drive to center field. Naquin has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like you did, and all you have to show for it is you jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
On to first, and very quickly, 2 are gone here in the home third.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated hitter, John Hicks.
Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Behind 0-2 now.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tyler Naquin. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Comes set, and the 0-1 takes a pitch for strike number 2. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman.
So striding forward now, Jose Ramirez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Ramirez carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Swing and a liner. Foul. Ramirez, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors to this point for the Indians. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Hit hard on the ground to second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Carlos Santana will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Ramirez stands at first with 1 out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch stays alive. Still 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both guys throwing the country hardball so far. Top speeds of 95 and 97. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left. Into the box now, Nico Goodrum. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Hit weakly back to the mound. And there's one down now.
Now batting.
Time now for the Indians' Road to the Show report as we get a look at 2 guys making some noise in the upper minors. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that means Kristen Stewart will dig in at the plate. First offering on its way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Hard hit ball to second. Well, the first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth.
The catcher, number 17, Grayson Reiner.
Now at the plate, Grayson Greenier. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. But they hold a 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The Tigers built themselves a nice lead, but this division still has the potential to go either way. Guys, what kind of physical or mental factors could make the difference when a division race is this close?
You know, guys, this has been a close one, but the first place team is flexing their muscle a little bit. And they better watch out because this second place team does not want to find themselves in a wild card game.
Yeah, I agree with you, D-Ro, and that's one of the things when you're in first place, as long as this team has been, we're getting late into the season right now. They need to keep playing good fundamental baseball and not let off the gas pedal. They have a team down. They need to step on them.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Greenier has a play. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 8, Jordan Luplow.
In now, Jordan Luplow. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're one strike away from being shut out through 5.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Jacoby Jones the next to hit.
Leading up for the Tigers, the center fielder.
First
Jacoby
pitch coming. Here it is.
Jones.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Hit back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in the Oklahoma State product, Jordy Mercer. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Naquin's under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder,
Nick Castellanos now. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Naquin has it in his sights, and that's the third out. Tigers leave 1. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Jones is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Francisco Lindor. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Lifted down the line in left. Stewart giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
Into the box now, Tyler Naquin. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Behind 0-2 now. Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stewart on the move. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. They're down 2-0. Ready once again, Miguel Cabrera. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. This one's down to third. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
0-1 the count. Comes set with the 0-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The next 0-2. Bit of a surprise here as he's going to try to lay one down. The second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Into the box, Nico Goodrum as he hits one on a line to left field. And that's in there, base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Up next steps Kristen Stewart. Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready with the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Martin is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Striding into the box, Grayson Greenier. He's 0-for-2 thus far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Hicks at second. Goodrum on at first with 2 down. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the 3rd out. So digging in now, Jose Ramirez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Behind 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. Greenier over to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos.
Here's Carlos Santana now. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. first pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets. I think that base hit surprised him more than anything. He's gotten so used to setting guys down at 9 in a row at that point that he just assumed he'd get him too.
Kyle Seager is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now.
No runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
And another foul ball. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now. Digging in, Leonis Martin. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command, even if he's still throwing strikes? Stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Jones is under it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Indians forced to settle for 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. Tigers lead this one 2-1. Dan Otero gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Dan Otero.
Standing in, Jacoby Jones. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Jacoby.
First pitch on its way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Line towards center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 1.
Josh Harrison stands in, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him, and he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. 0-1, here it comes. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the daytime. 4 for 4. You know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
Standing in now, Jordy Mercer. On a rope to the second baseman. On to first, a double play. 1 hit's all they get. 8th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 2 and the Indians 1. Stepping up to the plate, Jordan Luplow. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, catcher.
Now at the plate, Kevin Plawecki. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Popped him up. Grenier shading to his right. 2 gone. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. Fourth trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Now batting, Nicholas Castellanos. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. Santana is up with it, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Digging in and looking for more, Miguel Cabrera. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. Naquin is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Striding forward now is the DH, John Hicks. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And he popped him up. But this will land untouched. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. They lead it 2-1. Coming to the plate now, Tyler Naquin. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And he fouls this one off. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Stewart on the move. He's there and records the first down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Stepping into the box, Jose Ramirez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably. Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Here's another 0-2. A swing by Ramirez, and this one's soaring to right field. But that'll be off the right field wall. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
And now Carlos Santana as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Bounce up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only 1 away.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, 1 out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Into the box now, Devin Travis, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. No hits to this point.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Got him a little bit out in front.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. And the throw will be in time as they'll wind up stranding the possible tying run at third base. And this ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the ninth. Well-deserved complete game victory.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Detroit Tigers took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Joe Jimenez takes the win on the mound, his second of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. Mike Clevenger pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Our paid attendance at Comerica Park this afternoon, a sellout of 41,299. The Tigers thank you for attending today's game and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.